Hello, hello, hello everyone. Welcome back to yet another video from your favorite man-child, Super Jesus Jackson. Today, I figure I'm a little late, but we have to talk about Charlie Puth's newest song, that's Shilarious.
You didn't love when you had me, but now you need me so badly. You can't be serious. That's hilarious.
I'm going to admit something here. You guys know I'm a Charlie Puth fan, okay? If you follow my channel somewhat, you know that I love his music. He's probably my favorite contemporary artist right now, and maybe ever, I don't know. But his new album, okay, his upcoming album, it's been, I'm not going to say 50-50 because there's plenty of songs that he has kind of teased on his TikTok and Instagram lives that I've really enjoyed. But That's Hilarious is one of the songs that I'm not a huge fan of. This is interesting because it seems that his upcoming album will be a good mix of voice notes and 9-track mind. Because, you know, 9-track mind, for as much as it was panned and as much as Charlie Puth didn't like that album, obviously there were a couple of hits here and there in that album that managed to salvage Charlie Puth's career besides See You Again. But, you know, a lot of those songs are very generic pop songs, and I do like some more songs than the average music critic from that album. But I do see, and I know that a lot of those songs there are pretty generic melodically, and I mean, it makes sense because it was rushed out pretty quickly. And, you know, Voice Notes was like a banger of an album, 100%, right? And this upcoming album, Charlie, as he's calling it, has songs like Light Switch on it, has songs like Loser, which is a great song that I hope he releases. I think that will be the next single.
Oh, I'm such a loser. How did I ever lose her? Oh, baby, I must have been out of my mind. Now I am a loser. Why did I have to lose her? I'll never recover, I'll never be fine. 'Cause I just might get a little too.
That's a great song, and he has all these other types of songs, and they all sound a little different from each other. I mean, he has this kind of motif going on where like some of the songs are really quick, like Light Switch is very quick, and this other one too that he has. But then, you know, he has songs like That's Hilarious and songs like Marks on My Neck that remind me a little bit more of the 9-track mind.
So I got left are the marks on my neck after you let me go. It's hard to forget when you messed up my head, 'cause I let you get too close now.
And specifically, That's Hilarious, this one right here, reminds me a little bit of Dangerously, okay? Also from his 9-track mind days.
Give you all of me, and now honestly I got nothing left. I loved you dangerously. More than the air that I breathe. Knew we would crash at the speed that we were.
You know, I'm just gonna shut up, okay? Let me give my thoughts after I listen to the song. Maybe this is the first time you're listening to it. If you're a Charlie Puth fan, this is probably not the first time you're listening to That's Hilarious, but it doesn't hurt to listen to it together. I'm just gonna, spoiler alert, this song is not better than Light Switch. It is not. Maybe it was meant to be that way. It was meant to be a B-side. I can understand that. That makes sense. But again, I'm just gonna shut up. I'm just gonna shut up. So we're gonna listen to it, then analyze it.
Look how all the tables have turned. Guess you're finally realizing how bad you messed it up. Girl, you're only making it worse when you call like you always do when you want someone. You took away a year of my fucking life, and I can't get it back no more. So when I see those tears coming out your eyes, I hope it's me, therefore you didn't love when you had me, but now you need me so badly. You can't be serious. Now you put the blame in reverse, trying to make me feel guilty for everything you've done. You're another lesson, you're just another lesson I learned. Don't give your heart to a girl who's still got a broken one. You took away a year of my fucking life, and I can't get it back no more. So when I see those tears coming out your eyes, I hope it's me, therefore. You didn't love when you had me, but now you need me so badly. You can't be serious, that's hilarious. Thinking I would still want you after the things you put me through. Yeah, you're delirious, that's hilarious. You didn't love when you had me, but now you need me so badly. You can't be serious, that's hilarious. Thinking I would still want you after the things you put me through. Yeah, you're delirious, that's hilarious.
Okay, look. Short song, okay? The official visualizer. It's always made me laugh because a lot of the newer artists are putting this into their videos. Because it's sort of the in-between. It's not a music video and it's not a lyric video. It's kind of just a visualizer. And it's not just a song, it's not just the official song. It's interesting. I mean, I like how they have to put official visualizer. It's just funny. But anyways, my mind's all over the place with the song, okay? Look, when he teased this song on Instagram, on TikTok, I was not a fan of it. I thought it was rather mediocre. Okay, that is my honest opinion. I don't know why I have to emphasize honest, because, it's implied that if I'm saying my opinion, it's honest. But yeah, that was my opinion, right? And the song came out. I listened to it 2 times. I was heavily disappointed. And listen, guys, it is a hugely courageous thing for me to do here, to get on camera, tell you that I am not a fan of this song. That sucks, because I'm a Charlie Puth fan, and you are too. And obviously, I know the majority of you guys liked it. So for me to tell you that I didn't like it is kind of shooting myself in the leg. But I have to be honest, okay? It reminds me of what happens, just in general when artists release their singles. Like, for example, Justin Bieber, when he released Yummy. I thought that was a brilliant song. I fucking loved it. And then he released Get You with Kehlani, and I didn't like that song. I thought it was a fucking, disappointment compared to Yummy. But then, admittedly, I listened to the album, the whole album, okay? Every song on there and the narrative that he was going for, artistically, creatively, and I thought it was a great song in that context, right? And that's the problem with singles, because it's kind of misleading. And so when you go from Light Switch, this amazing masterclass pop song, okay, that song is incredible, okay? Then you go to That's Hilarious. It's like, songwriting-wise, it seems like a step down. It's just like, it's not as interesting. But here's the thing. There's this thing called, number one, wait for the album to come out, listen to the song within the context of the album. There's that. But I'm also a firm believer that songs are songs, and they should stand by themselves. But I contradicted myself there with Get You, like I said, with Justin Bieber. And hell, even in Voice Notes, his second album, the second half of the album, I was not a fan of, because it felt like a contradiction to the first half of the album. In terms of quality. I thought the first half of that album was incredible. It was amazing. And the second half of the album didn't live up to the first half of the album. But then I thought about it and I was like, look, the first half of the album is side A. The second half of the album is side B. And when I thought about it in that context, and just as the album as a whole, I thought it was brilliant. Now, also, human beings have a tendency to listen to things over and over again and find things that they like eventually about it. It just is in our nature, because we get lazy, our standards get lowered the more and more we are exposed to things in general. This just happens. And then there are things, of course, that are, 100%, no, this sucks. And then the other side, oh my God, no, I love this. And that those are unshaken opinions. Of course, those exist as well. Now, with this song, the more and more I listen to it, because I've listened to it, a little bit more than a handful of times at this point, I'm starting to see it more. I'm starting to enjoy it a little bit more. Now, I always stood by this. I think the song has a great pre-chorus. That pre-chorus is beautiful, especially the first one, okay? The way the strings swell in, the piano, it's just amazing, okay? Absolutely amazing. And I think the verse melody, the pre-chorus melody is amazing. The verses are, yeah, they're fine. You know, they get us to the pre-chorus, which is what I love. And now, the chorus. It definitely hits. It's bombastic, and I appreciate that a lot from it because, you know, it contradicts, like, the verses and the pre-chorus, you know? I mean, clearly there's a build-up to the song, and the climax is in the chorus, and it's very bombastic, and I appreciate that. And I really appreciate the subdued instrumentation in this whole entire song. It just... And especially in the chorus, it strips you away, you know? And Charlie Puth is a master at this, okay? He's a master at throwing shit at you in the verses and pre-choruses and then just taking it all away in that chorus. I've talked about this with Attention. I've talked about it with Light Switch.
So when I see those tears coming out your eyes, I hope it's me, therefore you didn't love when you had me, but now you need me so badly, you can't be serious. That's hilarious.
So he definitely does that here to increase that tension, to increase that drama, and it's very effective. Do I care for the chorus that much? I really don't. Do I think it's production? Do I think production-wise it's amazing? Yes. I mean, the fucking ha-ha-ha's are brilliant. And it sounds like a very happy song, but it's very fucking depressing. And that's something that I will commend Charlie Puth for because he's very good at that, and he's talked about it. You know, just the contradiction. Attention, you know, super groovy. How Long, super groovy and amazing, but super depressing songs. And now this visualizer here, does it affect my opinion on the track? It shouldn't. But, you know, obviously we start this with this text thread here that's very meaningful, you know, and we're going through all these videos where he seemed to be going through a tough time. And it's difficult for a celebrity. First of all, we don't even know who this person that he was with. And, you know, it adds to the celebrity kind of private lifestyle, right? I mean, it sucks. Like, you know, it's a thing where we only see one side of him, and the other side of him might be dealing with something very awful, which clearly we knew he was dealing for a year. In 2019, I'm guessing this is when it was happening. Although, I don't know, it was all over the place, because in 2019, he shaved his fucking head. But I will say, the music he put out in 2019 was some of the best music he's ever put out. Perhaps a little, you know, too generic mainstream, you know, with songs like Cheating on You and you know, because it has more of the trap hip-hop feel. You know, hell, even the song he did with Black Bear, right, I think it was the single before Girlfriend. I thought that song was brilliant as well, as modern as it sounded, and it seemed like it was chasing the music style that dominates the charts. But, you know, songs like Mother, I Warn Myself, absolute masterpieces of songs, okay? 100%. I think it's some of the best stuff he's ever put out. And it's kind of a shame that, you know, he's not really going for that style anymore for his third album. I thought it would have been amazing. Hopefully he returns to it one day. But that's hilarious. I mean, look, yeah, this visualizer is super meaningful, and you know, from a creative standpoint, from the narrative of the track, just conceptually, it's a genius idea, and it's a genius song. I just think that songwriting-wise, it's where it lacks for me, you know, and it doesn't grab me as much as Light Switch, and I don't know, it's just a shame. And also, it doesn't have a bridge, you know, like, it doesn't change it up. It just, and there's nothing really clever that happens in the repeat of the chorus at the very end. It's just, it left a lot to be desired, you know, like, and it was unfortunate. Like, I'm just like you're Charlie Puth, you know what I mean? Like, you don't just kind of, you know, put out a song without a really good bridge, or even if you don't have a bridge, like, there's still like a meaningful climax at the very end of the song. And I don't know, this song, you know, didn't live up to that, you know, and it's unfortunate because it's such a very emotionally powerful track. I mean, look, like I said, I enjoyed the song more than the first time I listened to it. The production is off the charts, 100% amazing. The bass little thing that happens in the second chorus, right before the second chorus, is amazing. But I also wish he kind of did more with that in the chorus, in the latter half of the song. But you know, and it's unfortunate. I'm sorry, Charlie Puth. I'm sorry. I love I love you as an artist, and I still do, and I'm still looking forward to your album. And I'm glad this one is not a single. Like he has clarified that this song is not a single. So that's cool. I mean, that's kind of shitty for me to say that, but clearly he knows what type of song this is. It's more of a B-side track, and that's fine, but always try to go for the A-side, Look at the quality, A-side quality. But anyways, do you agree with me? I don't know. You might not. You might fucking, rail me in the comment section. But if you enjoyed this video, give it a like. If you disliked the video, give it a dislike. Share it with your Charlie Puth loving friends, if you will, and show it to them so they can tell me how wrong I am. And subscribe to the channel if you enjoy this content, or unsubscribe if you do not like my opinion here and you think it's repulsive and I think I should, resign my Charlie Puth fan card. But that's my opinion and I stand by it. But maybe in the future, maybe when the album comes out, I'll enjoy the song. That's possible too. But that's it for me. You guys take care, stay safe, and until next time, I love you.